Hello. How are we doing? How are we doing? It's day 16 of this journey. Day 16, another day. I'm blessed to be here. I'm glad you're here as well. And today was today was okay. And the thing is like I kind of have a thing that we're going to talk about later on in this video that I think that I might integrate into my journey. But I also think it might be a little bit unnecessary. I kind of have to think about it for a while, so I'm not going to like straight up go in yet. But this is something that I might decide within the next couple days on whether or not I'm ready for it. But basically, today was Monday, and we're kind of going to go into the charts and see what we were looking at and to see where I went wrong. To see where I went wrong. Because I took one trade today, I took a loss. And first, we're going to look at the news. We don't have any red folder news on a Monday. We don't have any red folder news tomorrow. And Wednesday is Big Papa. Big Papa. Big Papa. Wednesday is FOMC. I'm very excited for FOMC. I'm actually going to be trading FOMC. I will be live a little bit later in the day, so if you guys want to catch my live, and if you don't know, I do trade live every single session. I'm here. I would love to have you. I would love to see you. Join me on this process. Join me on this journey. Critique me. See what I need to get better at. And also, you get better as well because I know that you probably aren't where you want to be as well. That's why we're here. We're both here to get better. This is my journey. And hopefully, you just know, don't compare yourself to my journey. Your journey is going to be unique to my journey. And my journey is going to be unique to everyone else. But basically, if we go right into the charts, if we go like right into the charts of what we were looking at when we wake up, I'm not really gonna look at ES right now. We're really just gonna pay attention to NQ. So we have we have all these imbalances here, and this is just a daily imbalance that we were looking at, and then we have these stacked lows. We take this low, and then in the overnight session, we pump. This tells me that we are bullish right now, that we want to be bullish, and that we probably are going to be bullish. If we look on ES, actually, oh, that's Tesla. I don't know why it does that. It always pulls up Tesla here. If we look on ES, I would expect us to get bought up to this high just by the look at this, but I don't want to really go into my bias too much yet, but we don't necessarily have to go to this high. We have all this liquidity down here. I could possibly potentially see us head to this low, but we'll just see. We'll just see. So in overnight session when we opened up, we have this big move, and this is kind of where I got wrong. We have this big run, and I say it in the live session. I went and rewatched. I'm probably not going to take it into the AM session. AM session is just going to build us up. AM session should just build us up. I'm not looking to trade the AM session. I literally know that I should not be trading the AM session. And this is something that I'm going to put in as my mistakes, is me getting induced into a trade. I guess if that's the right word. Does that sound too much like some foreplay? Me looking at a trade, it not being in my trading plan, me wanting to wait, and then all of a sudden me take the trade. This is where I go wrong, and this is where some of my mistakes stem from, is my lack of trading plan and also me being disciplined to my trading plan. I'm honestly, like, this trade isn't necessarily an awful trade. It's just too early. It is just too early. We'll kind of go over it. But basically, we have this big run in overnight. We open right around here. And then we have this imbalance that I'm really looking at. Why does it take me all the way over there? We have this 4-hour imbalance that I could definitely see us bouncing off of. We have this big run. So in my head, I'm like, wide market move, hunt liquidity, rebalance to equilibrium, rebalance to inefficiency. We have this 15-minute imbalance here that I would like to see us get rebalanced to. We also have equilibrium, which is what this line is. I would expect to see us get rebalanced to this inefficiency or equilibrium within this range state. That was what I was looking at, which my bias was good. My bias was pretty much spot on. We don't have any red folder news. I had a fantastic bias today. It's the execution part today that was bad. It's me, and like, I don't care to be right. I don't care to look at this and be like, oh man, I called that we're gonna go to this imbalance at some point. I don't care to say that. I don't care. But like, your bias doesn't mean anything if you're not actually gonna be held to it, and if you're not actually going to look for it. But basically, we come back into this 1 hour imbalance or 4 hour imbalance. We have an SMT. We get displacement on the 1 minute. This is on the 1 minute. For me to take a short, what will be the best? What would have been a better short to take here? We then get displacement through a low. Then we pull back to an imbalance. Then we target the draw, the 15-minute imbalance. This was way too early for me. I was in this way too early. Yet, granted, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Your parents ever say that to you? I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Because facts. I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit disappointed. Because I ended up taking a short right here. Stop at this wick. This isn't a terrible model. SMT, rejection off of imbalance, displacement. But this isn't even really displacement. We don't displace through a low. If we then come back and displace through this low, then I'm like, yeah, we're ready to go to this. This was me just jumping the gun way too early today. Me being a little bit impatient. That is where I went wrong. That is where I went wrong. We come back up. Whoa, we're still respecting this imbalance. Then what do we have? What is this? What does this look like? What does this look like? Maybe buy side and sell side of the curve? And I will say I was noticing this, but I wasn't really looking to take this. So right here we put in a high, we have an imbalance here, first bearish imbalance, it gets respected. And then we create another bearish imbalance. This gets respected, then we make another bearish imbalance. This gets respected. And I will say, after I took that first loss, I was a little bit like, man, should I really even be trading today? Should I really even be trading in the AM session? We have no red folder news. I knew that going into today. I said I wasn't going to trade until the PM session, and here goes me trading in the AM session. So after that first L, I was a little bit like, man, I might need to step back. Let's just not really look for any trades today, and let's just look. Let's just look at what price is doing, and this is actually looking very clean. Once we have a rejection of this imbalance, then we get displacement to a low, we create another imbalance. So this is then when I can say that, yeah, I could maybe enter here. We have clear buy side, sell side of the curve. We have this low here that we could target as well, but I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking for this low here. And we end up respecting this perfect. We even end up selling off to this external low. This was a very nice market maker sell model. Very nice. And I will say I actually was looking to kind of enter. I want to see more confirmation. This would have been your best entry here though. Off of this, you don't necessarily have to take this first entry. We have generated buy side. We come back up. We're rejecting off of an imbalance. Look at order flow. It's clearly bearish right here. This should be really a no hesitation entry if you're bearish here. If you're looking for us to rebalance where? To this 15-minute imbalance. This is a good trade. But me taking this too early, the right idea, but I was just taking this a little bit too early. Then once we have built structure and once we have validated this is then when we can go lower. And kind of here we have been generating buy side, but this is really on the 1 minute. I would say I was too zoomed in today. I was way too early. I needed more structure. It wasn't necessarily, this isn't a bad idea here, but this is really when you'll get your real trade. And I was looking for the turtle soup entry here. I was looking for us to come back up, take internal liquidity, and then target this low. That's what I was looking for. I would have entered here, but I really wasn't going to force anything after this L, and that's something I need to get better at. It's just because I took an L here, I have the right idea. I have the right bias. Everything here is fine. Everything is here is decent. Then, once market shows me that we actually want to sell this low, that we have a market maker sell model, I can still take this trade even though I lost this trade. Because the rule I want to have is I can have two entries, and if the entry doesn't play out the second time, that's when I'm probably wrong in my bias. But I was also unaccepting that we were actually going to sell this low, and I just didn't have faith in it just because I took this loss. And losses are going to happen. There are going to be times when you lose. There are going to be times when you don't get the right entry, when you mess up, when you make a mistake, when you don't see everything clearly. You're in the moment. You get tunnel vision. You get clouded. You want to take the entry. Your bias looks good. And then what happens? You end up getting stop hunted. You end up getting stopped out. But that does not mean that your bias is still invalid. And that's what I did today. I thought my bias was invalid. I got a little second guessing. I got a little question about it. Like, man, it is no red folder news. I shouldn't really even be trading today, but I'm going to be trading because I'm on a demo account. I'm able to take a trade. But this is when I kind of want to integrate the thing that I was talking about earlier, which we will talk about in a second. But we come back up, or I wanted us to come back up, soup this high, then sell this low. We end up selling this low, and now we're just looking for more structure. We don't really have anything. I'm expecting this low to get met and also equilibrium to get met as well. And this is what happened. This 15-minute imbalance gets respected. And right in this moment is kind of when I hopped off the charts. I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym. I think it was around here. Around here, I was like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to have a good rest of my day. I don't need to be on the charts right now. There's no reason to be on the charts. But we have this 15-minute bearish imbalance, and then we have this other 15-minute bullish imbalance. And we're kind of within these two. So I'm waiting to see what gets respected, what gets disrespected. And then we come back down. We break out, signifying that we might want to run to this high here. And then we have SMT here. This is kind of when I hopped off the charts, but this was kind of your soup entry. We end up running this high. This could have been a good trade. This could have been a decent trade off of the 15-minute, but it really isn't that dumb clear. But yeah, that would have been, well, you probably wouldn't have entered here, let's be honest. Yeah, this could have been a good trade. Could have been. It's pretty efficient, pretty clear that we want to run in this high after having that SMT within the 15-minute imbalance. And then the rest of the day, we really just sell back off into this 15-minute imbalance. And this is kind of when I'm going to go over my bias going into tomorrow, seeing what I'm looking at. And this is where, yeah, we're going to go into my bias going into tomorrow. But basically, we had bearish structure, and then all of a sudden we take a low off this fair value gap, and then we run. We're now respecting this 4-hour imbalance. We just took a high. This is when things can get interesting. I kind of could see us going two different ways here. Which is when action might be lower probability. I have to see price tell me what we want to do when we open up, and I have to see price tell me. So a lot of my bias, per usual, is I have to see how we open up tomorrow. What is the London session doing? But right now, we are within this 1-hour imbalance on NQ and ES. So we are in with this 1-hour imbalance, and this will really dictate my bias. This 1-hour imbalance is going to dictate my bias. If we respect this, I would expect us to run on highs. If we disrespect this and head lower, I would expect us to use this as inverse and head to these lows. Because right now, ES is in a spot to where we could come back up and take this high. We would form SMT, which this is what I'm kind of looking for to have that sell side of the curve, which I know that we will get at some point, but it's a matter of when. I could see us coming back up here and targeting this high, forming SMT, or I could also see us, like, we don't have to have a reason. We don't have a clear reason to head higher. We need to have a reason to go higher in order for us to take this high. We need to have some form of liquidity being taken, some form of manipulation to take this high, which that's why I'm excited for FOMC. I'm expecting to see very volatile action, very clean. Well, I wouldn't say very clean, but I'm expecting FOMC. FOMC is going to be volatile, so I'm excited. I'm ready for that because I haven't really ever traded FOMC in the past. If you guys have seen a video of mine, I'm like dissing FOMC. It's bad, bro. It's bad. I didn't know what FOMC was. I didn't really know what it was. I was just like, I'm not gonna be trading today. Why? Because I love that video. It's honestly funny. But basically, we have this 1 hour imbalance that we are respecting. That we have displacement lower, and now we kind of have this BPR with between these two fair value gaps, which I could totally see us respecting and heading back up. But if we open tomorrow, we're below. I'm expecting us to settle these lows. If we're above, I'm expecting us to head back on new highs. So it really all depends on how we open. We had a pretty bullish overnight session. So yeah, that's really my bias going into tomorrow. It's pretty much all predicated upon that 1 hour imbalance. But okay, let's kind of go over everything. I want to go over the mistakes first. What mistakes did I make today? First of all, I was too zoomed in, and I only took this trade off of one time frame. If we look on this trade, I'm literally just only taking this off of the 1 minute, strictly the 1 minute. There isn't really anything else that validates me. So what did I do wrong today? I was literally mainly only looking at the 1 minute. I was only paying attention to the 1 minute. I got too zoomed in. Yes, price can bounce here. Yes, this isn't like I'm not too mad. I'm not too bummed out that I was looking to take a short here, but this is way too zoomed in. I need to be looking at, do we have a reason here? Like, keep in mind too, like this is just like a teeny tiny SMT. Say we have like a bigger SMT, like this high to this high, that would be a more valid reason for us to head lower. But I'm literally taking this trade based off of this teeny tiny manipulation. Then we get that displacement lower, and then this is where I enter. Like, it's not a bad idea. The bias isn't bad, but it just isn't the right time. And like another mistake I did make was hesitance to enter again, but not trying to force it was good because of the conditions. I'm not mad about me not trying to enter again, me not trying to capitalize off this market maker sell model. I just need to go into the day and also have a more defined game plan. I need to have a more defined game plan. I was just a little vague. I didn't really know exactly what I was looking for. And I guess that's kind of on what the market gives me. But when I go in, I should be like, looking for trades in the PM. No trading in the AM. Wait for structure. And actually stick to that. Because I got induced again. I got tricked in. I got trapped. I was focusing too much on like what I maybe could have been trading. What maybe might have looked good in the moment. But it really is just... It just isn't worth trading. Like, there's no need to trade it. There's no need to be in a trade. I'm kind of going to pull up my journal. I want to look at my daily bias because we had... Yeah, I'm especially not looking to take a trade today, and then I end up kind of taking a trade. So this has been... If we look back... Where's that one trade? There was that one trade when it was pretty much the same thing. I just got induced into a trade and then I kind of pulled the trigger too quick. There also are days when I'm a little bit hesitant. I'm not looking to take a trade. I'm waiting for a structure to play out. I'm waiting for stuff to play out. And it's kind of when I have to be like, hey, yeah, we can, like that trade necessarily kind of does look valid, but this is also when I kind of want to. This is when I want to bring up my possible live account addition. This is what I might do, but I have to think about this. I also want to work on consistency, being consistent with what I'm taking, and I think maybe I'm at a point to where I definitely have been growing. I can see clear improvements. I can see clear growth. I can see them becoming better. I can see them reading action a lot better. Things are starting to click. Things are starting to look a little more clear. So with that being said, I'm not opposed to having a live account where I trade 2 micros on ES, like I have been doing, and 1 micro on NQ. And I know what I'm risking. I know that what type of risk I'm putting on the table, but I'm only taking A plus setups on this account, and that's what I might do. But I think it might be a little bit excessive because I don't think I'm ready. I don't think there's any need to go into the live account. I still think I need to develop a little bit more. But at the same time, like, if I know what I'm risking micros here. I think that it would be kind of beneficial for me to have this live account edition to where I'm only taking A plus setups. I'm only taking setups that I deem are A plus on the live account, and everything else will be on the demo account. Bro, a live account gonna help a lot, trust me. I think that I might do it. I think that I might do it because, like, worst case scenario, we'll say this. I perform bad on the live account. I have 6 trades in a row that go against me. Let's hypothetically say I have 6 setups in a row that are deemed are A plus and they all go against me. This is then when I can go back over and I can say, hey, we might be doing something wrong. Let's adjust what we're doing here. Let's keep up a new game plan. But I will say that I definitely do want to head towards having a live account because this is mainly where I'm at as well. To where I want to take more trades. I want to, like, the trade like this is good. Like, I'm happy I'm able to take this. I'm happy I'm able to learn from this. This is a little too early. I'm a little fogged in. I'm a little phased in. So I can take this trade on my demo account because it's not A+. I know it's not A+. I'm looking to take the internal action. But maybe a setup, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily A+ setup. This is definitely a decent setup, though. But when I get setups like this that I deem A+, I'll just take them on the live account. And that's what I think I'll probably do, honestly. I think that would help. Well, I don't think it would help, but I'm pushing this narrative too much in my head to where, like, oh, well, I'm on a demo account. I think I should be taking more trades, but I don't think I should be, but I should only be taking A+. So this whole narrative in my head to where, like, every setup has to be A+ setup for me to take, and then one setup looks decent, but it's not A+ setup, but can I take it? Yes, I think I should take it on the demo account, though. And every A+ setup, which A+ setups don't happen every single day. A+ setups do not happen every single day, but when they do, I will be taking them on the live account, and I think that's definitely something that I should be doing going forward into the future. So let's kind of go over. I think I might clean this up a little bit. I kind of want to go over this a little bit more. My bias score today was it correct? Yes, but I was just. I don't really want to go over all this. I don't know. I want to go over this. What get better at watch ES? I've definitely gotten better at that. Where are we leaving liquidity? I've definitely gotten better at that. Rushing setups. I still have not gotten better at that. Not forcing mid setups. Seeing both objectives. I've definitely got better at seeing both objectives. Not forcing mid setups. I don't know. Why does the market need to go where you think it will go? I've gotten better at that. Where are traders putting their stops? I kind of have gotten better at that. Not as much as I would like. Lock in and stop looking at everything except for ES. I feel like I've gotten better at that. I'm glad I have. Take what you're confident in. I've gotten better at that. High quality setups, only second entries. I'm going to delete this. Shout out my bro Luca B. I don't think that it's really necessary for me to only be looking to take second entries, but also just be testing price and be looking at price. What is the market doing right now? Explain out loud what we are doing. Definitely gotten better at that. So all these things that I've gotten better at, or I've looked to get better at, I've gotten better at most of them. And, okay. Let's go over this. Possible setups that I missed today. This market maker sell model. Also, I wouldn't say missing this, but this is kind of like a turtle soup. I actually did see this like when it was happening live, and I was like, yeah, this does have a potential. If you guys look at my... So let me pull up my Instagram. But this trade is this that I call out, which I don't care to call out. Okay. What did I do good today? I was able to reflect on my losses. I feel like I was able to. I also had good risk. I'm not over leveraging. Well, what's good, belt? But I was able to reflect on my losses and actually learn from my losses. That's a good part about trading. I used to lose. I used to never learn from it. But I'm at a point in my career where I lose and I actually do learn from them. Because how do you do that? The best thing is to journal. If you don't journal, you are holding yourself back. And also, if you don't hold yourself accountable, you are holding yourself back. I used to make losses. I used to have losses, but I never held myself accountable. I never tried to get better. I was like, yeah, this is just going to work itself out. I'm magically going to get better somehow, but I never held myself accountable. So if you do not hold yourself accountable, you will not get better. You can make the same mistakes over and over again, but if you're actually not holding yourself accountable, you will not get better. Trust me, I was in the situation to where I knew the mistakes I'm making. I'm pretty sure most of us do know the mistakes that we are making, but we don't actually fix them. We keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over again. That is the definition of delusion. That's the definition of delusion. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting the same results from the same exact work. You need to have same condition but different behavior. You need to act different when it happens the second time. You need to actually learn from it. Like, what do you need someone to come up and slap you in the face? Like, if someone came into your house, or we won't say that, but say you're in a classroom. You're in a classroom right now. Someone runs in and smacks you in the face, and then they run out. You're like, whoa, that dude just smacked me. That wasn't cool. Then, 5 minutes later, the same guy runs in, smacks you in the face again. Now what are you thinking? This guy's an asshole. I'm going to look for this guy in the future. Then, this guy comes in, runs in, and now you're defensive. Now you're able to protect yourself. Now you have learned. Why don't we do the same thing with our trading? Why don't I do the same thing with my trading? But when I make that mistake, when I lose the money, when I necessarily make the same mistake over and over again, I'm not fixing it. Do I need someone to smack me in the face in order for me to learn? No. This is why I recommend that we journal, we get better, and we focus on the habits. Like everyone, a lot of traders push the narrative of money. Like, oh, I made $5,000 today. I made $6,000 today. Bro, that does not matter. We can make the same trade. We can have the same exact trade. You can make $100,000 and I can make $10. We are taking the same exact trade, but you are making this much and I'm making this little. It's a leverage-based game. The money doesn't matter. The money will happen over time. The money will take time to get to you. But when you try to rush, when you see other people making money, you're going to be like, man, how can I get on their level? How can I make money now? And that's where I was at the start. I was trying to make money now. I was focused on the money instead of the actual habits. How do I become better? What can I fix? How can I become a better person along this journey? And this is why I love trading so much. This is why I love to trade so much. Since I have started taking trading seriously, since I started that I was actually going to be serious about this, I have lost 20 pounds. I've become smarter. I've become wiser. I've become a better person. I've become a better communicator. And all aspects of my life have been improved since I started taking this seriously. But when I wasn't taking it serious, I was still the same person. I wasn't making a change. I was still in my bad habits that I was making before. I still was not becoming a better person. But once I actually started making the switch, every aspect of my life has become better because I started taking trading serious. Because I started taking trading serious, my life has improved. Like, trading is not just what you're doing on the charts. Like, to become a better trader, you have to become better in all aspects of your life. This is why I love this. Like, I'm not here to become a better trader. I'm here to become a better person. I'm here to become a better human. I'm here to become better than I was yesterday. This is why I show up every single day. This is why I do what I do, because I'm here to get better. I'm here to get better. And the moment that you start to compare your journey to someone else's, the moment you start to look at someone else's progress, someone else's results, someone else, what else they are doing, that is when you will stop losing. Once you start looking at someone else's journey, once you start looking at someone else's results, once you start looking at what someone else is doing, that is when you will lose focus. That is when you will become distracted. That's when you will have self-doubts. That is when you will become, what's it called? What's that word? I'm trying to think of the word. No. Like envious. Jealous. That's, no, it's a different word, but I can't think of it. But just stop, like, bro, I had such a tough time with comparing my timeline to someone else's. In life, in everything, like, we all have different paths, we all have different journeys, we all put in different amount of work, so therefore we will all get different results. We all are different people, we all have different brain, we all have different experiences. But the moment that you start comparing yourself to other people, in trading and out of trading, like, every lesson in trading is a lesson that you can take outside of trading into the real world. This is why I love doing this. This is why I will do this forever. I don't care what happens to the market. The market isn't going anywhere. Yeah, like, maybe the market's evolving. Maybe the market will change. Maybe the market will start stopping me out. Maybe my strategy won't work. That's what I used to think like. That's why I didn't want to trade ICT, because I thought everyone else was trading ICT. Bro, we don't know what majority of traders are doing. Majority of traders are not on social media. Majority of traders are not posting their P&L. Professional traders are probably not posting their P&L on social media and having a Discord server. I hate to break it to you, but professional traders are likely not doing that. They are not. So, when a trader comes around, posts their P&L, shows you that they made $5,000 today, and they have a Discord, you're going to join that Discord, and you may or may not get value out of it. And I will say that I actually am in a Discord because I've done my research, and it has clearly made me a better trader. But, anyways, I'm going to get on with this. There's not really anything I really have to go over today. Today was a decent day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll be here on the live stream at Market Open. Hopefully I'll see you there. And same day every day. But anyways, peace out. I hope you all have a fantastic